What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Friendly Paisan, and I am back with a whole nother sports recap of the week of 11/7. Let's get right back into it. Well, first we are going to start with, believe it or not, yes, the WWE, but the only reason we are doing that is because Logan Paul was a part of the main event against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, I think that's where it was. Yes, the reason why this is news is because Logan Paul displayed so much athleticism. It was a great main event. I myself have not really watched World Wrestling Entertainment, or whatever the hell it stands for, since the departure of CM Punk and since, I was not even in high school. But to put all that bullshit aside, Logan Paul truly did a great job for somebody that does not wrestle full time. He really showed, I guess we can call it a sport, the sport, the love and respect that it deserved, and entertained millions of fans around the world. But besides his loss at Crown Jewel, the reason why I bring this up is because he unfortunately sustained some year-ending, definitely for sure, injuries. As you all know, Logan Paul was slated to fight on the January 14th Misfits boxing card with KSI, but apparently he has now torn his MCL, ACL, and his meniscus and will not be able to fight on that card, which is truly a shame because I know we all wanted to see him fight Andrew Tate, which was probably going to be one of the biggest fights of the year if it were to happen. So it's really sad and disappointing that happened, but we wish Logan Paul a speedy recovery, man. That really sucks. But besides that, Jake Paul was also there accompanying Logan Paul in his wrestling match, knocking out both the Usos. And also Mike Malak and George Janko were there as well, getting absolutely clapped. They got thrown around the ring like a bunch of rag dolls, but it looked like they had fun. I was nervous for Mike's, Mike's had a lot of surgeries in his past. I was nervous something was gonna snap or break, but happy to see him on the receiving end positively of a total ass whooping. But all in all, man, those guys, they really made WWE fun to watch, and they definitely made it entertaining, especially, at the press conferences and during the main event as well. It was really cool to watch, so hats off to them. Speaking of Jake Paul actually is sticking around for the Floyd Mayweather and Deji event that is happening this Saturday in Dubai. I want to say, he's sticking around in case Tommy Fury, aka Tommy Fumbles, backs out of his fight last minute. He will go in as a replacement for him if he does back out, which I think is really interesting considering he just went through an 8-round war with one of the greatest strikers ever, Anderson Silva. It just goes to show you he really is down to fight anytime, anywhere, and he's sticking around, and he will be at the event, as will KSI. So there will be drama ensuing during that event on Saturday. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I will be watching that event on my phone, but I will be at another fighting event that's pretty huge that we're going to get into talking about right now. So that other big fighting event is UFC 281, headlined by Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. This is for the title. I will be at the Garden watching the fight. Super excited. This is going to be my first UFC event that I ever get to see in person. Paid a lot for the ticket. Fuck you, Dana. No, fuck you, the Garden. But yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I will make a totally separate video regarding the outcomes of the fight and who I think is going to win leading up to it. But I'm super excited to go at the Garden. The atmosphere is going to be electric. But I have high hopes for this one, man. There's a lot of great fights on the card. Frankie Edgar's retirement fight, Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier is going to be an absolute banger. Weili Zhang, I believe, is on the card as well. So I'm really excited for this one. UFC 281, Madison Square Garden, New York. Can't wait for it. Okay, guys, now let's get into the swing of things. Let's end this baseball season. The Houston Astros, or the Cheatros, have defeated the Philadelphia the Phillies, for the World Series title. This was weird for me because I am so happy that the Phillies lost. Man, you guys really wanted Houston. We want Houston, we want Houston. Well, you got them, and you lost. In my last video, I did say I found myself rooting for the Phillies, but this one's tough for me because my feelings are I'm so happy that the Philadelphia fan base has lost 2 titles, by the way, the MLS Cup and the World Series. Absolutely thrilled. But I'm also sad that Houston won. So yeah, this one's really tough for me, but I will not say congratulations to the Houston Astros, but what I will say is Philly fan base, suck it. And I cannot wait. I honestly can't wait for the Flyers and the Eagles to be early exits just so I can laugh again and say, I told you so. I cannot wait for that. I am so stoked. So stoked. All right, guys, now let's get into some NFL action. My New York Jets, jet the fuck up. In last week's sports recap, I was like, listen, we took a tough loss. But we have the Bills next week, and that's probably going to be another tough loss. But boy, was I fucking wrong. Jet the fuck up. The Jets defeat the Buffalo Bills 20-17, baby. Let's go. A Super Bowl contending team. We did that. Smacked them. Gave them a little smack. We didn't really smack them. We beat them 20-17, but a victory is a victory. I jumped the gun on my Twitter saying we won the game. I thought we won the game, but there was like 2-3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So then I immediately took my tweet back. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked for the Jets. We move on to 6-3. Yeah, I mean, so excited, but I do have one negative. All right, so not really a negative, but as you know, the MILF Slayer, Zach Wilson, he threw for 150 yards and a touchdown. I mean, no interceptions, I guess. Not bad, but you know, he's really got to start putting up a couple more yards. We got to get the passing game going because eventually they're going to figure out that all we're doing is rushing the ball. Michael Carter, 76 yards and a rushing touchdown. We got to get James Robinson more involved, even though he did have a receiving touchdown in the game, but we got to get that ground game going for him as well. But Zach Wilson, compared to other games, I guess it's not truly a negative. 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 24 rushing yards on 5 carries. Really not terrible against a Super Bowl contending team, but we do have to figure out a way to have a deep ball threat so that these teams we don't have to rely on our defense and we don't have to rely on our run game. We can rely on throwing the ball every once in a while. But other than that, congratulations to my New York Jets. Jet the fuck up, and let's get back into it next week. And I hope I have more good news on the New York Jets front. And in other news, Tom Brady is officially undefeated since his divorce from Giselle. Like I said, she was the baggage holding him down as they take the win against the Rams. I think they won 16-13. Touchdown Tom Brady, the absolute GOAT. The GOAT. Threw for 280 yards, 36 on 58 attempts, 1 touchdown. Man, I mean, he had to get let go of the baggage. Giselle, see you later. Let's get the Bucks back on track. Touchdown Tom Brady. Super happy for you. That's a big win for you guys against a somewhat decent team, defending Super Bowl champions. And I can't wait to see what you guys bring next week. Let's hope for no more losses. Big turnarounds here for the Bucks. I'll always root for the Bucks, man. And touchdown Tom. Super pumped for them. And last but not least, we got to talk about it because it's pretty big. We saw Aaron Rodgers getting very frustrated this past Sunday. You could tell him and his receivers just are not clicking. Green Bay loses a big game to the Detroit Lions 15-9. I mean, can't hate on the Detroit Lions. They play with a lot of heart. And yeah, I'm not gonna say fun to watch, but you root for them every once in a while. And the Green Bay Packers fall to 3-6, man. I don't really know what's going on in Cheeseville. I mean, he threw for 3 interceptions, 291 yards. He's saying that it's the receivers, they're young, there's no connection, there's no connectivity there, but others are saying maybe it's time for a quarterback swap. Who knows? Who knows what the Packers are going to do? 3-6. You know, Cheese Nation isn't going to stand for this mediocrity any longer because their fan base is so passionate about their football. I'm curious to see where Green Bay goes from here, man. I still think Aaron Rodgers has it. I still think he's a good quarterback. Maybe make some trades at the deadline and see if they can figure it out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we just got to keep our eye on the sidelines and see what the morale is like. But as of right now, it ain't looking too good. Maybe take more of those drugs, Aaron. What is it? The Hawasaka? Whatever the fuck that. Even Jake Paul takes it too. I don't know what the name of the drug is, but apparently these fucking high-end athletes have been going into the woods and smoking this plant, and that their whole lives have changed ahead of them. Saka, whatever. I don't know. Sacagawea. I don't know. But it's something like that. Weird. I don't know. All right, now, guys, before we get into our bozos of the week, we have some NHL news. Alexander Ovechkin, one of the GOATs of my generation for the NHL, has set the NHL record for most goals with one team, and he is, I think, on pace to either tie or break Wayne Gretzky's record. He is 37 years old. The clock is ticking, but congratulations to Alexander Ovechkin. You are one of the greats, the grade 8. You are one of the great ones, man. And I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you beat that record because Gretzky played in an era where goaltenders were basically accountants. And what you have done for the league and what you have shown, your talent, your explosiveness, you deserve this true record. No shade against Wayne Gretzky or anything, but this record needs to be broken by somebody in the modern era against better competition, and I hope you actually do it, brother. All right, and we will end with our bozos of the week. We only really have 2 bozos for the week. As per the usual, we have our recurring Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, you will always be a bozo, and you still are ass.
Nets 78, Mavericks 77. We approach 7 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Oh, the fake! Dodge it!
And the entire Philadelphia fan base, you're all bozos. You lost the World Series. Nah, man, you guys are in the streets chanting, we won Houston, and then you get absolutely clapped in the World Series. Oh, we handed them their only loss. The Yankees got swept. Listen, the Yankees have dog shit management. I talk shit about the Yankees too. The problem with your fan base is that you're all stupid. You don't sit down and think about things logically. You just get drunk and start yelling and screaming. I know the Yankees management sucks. I know that they have issues and they're stupid and they're controlled by money. I get it, but I don't blindly find them and follow them into the wildfire. I call them out on their shit, and you guys don't. So yeah, and, you're all bozos. The entire Philadelphia fan base, you're all fucking bozos. And I can't wait for the Eagles to fail, and I can't wait for the Flyers to fail. It will be my absolute pleasure to be here reporting their downfalls, just as I reported your crap MLS team and your Cinderella losing Philadelphia Phillies team. Yeah, can't wait to be here for that and watch the downfall for that as well. All right, guys, so for some NBA news, the LeBron scoring tracker is officially a thing. He is chasing down Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time NBA scoring record. Now, I do hope that he does break it. You know, I like seeing history. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, as you guys know, but history is history. And that would be really cool to see. I mean, I'm trying to get to a game to watch him play live before he retires. Greatness is greatness, and I won't deny it. But yeah, I'm curious to see if he will actually break it either this season or next, because he's definitely not retiring. He's waiting for Bronny and Bryce to be in the league so that he could buy a team and manage that team, which I think will be good for the league. But we'll see. The LeBron scoring tracker is officially up, chasing down Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Good luck to you, bro. This is from NBA.com. Luka Doncic's 8th straight game of 30-plus points to start the season, tying Wilt Chamberlain for the 2nd longest streak in NBA history. That is outstanding. Luka Doncic is an absolute stud. He is a complete star, on track for being NBA MVP this year, which would be great for him. He definitely deserves it. Are they a team, a playoff team, going to the finals? No, not really, but he's having a regular season NBA career MVP year, and super happy for him, man. Shout out to Luka Doncic. He's a beast. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything much to say on the Lakers besides shout out to fucking Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook. I talked a lot of shit about Russell Westbrook in my previous videos, but I gotta take it back. Over the last couple games, he's been playing super well. Him and Pat Bev have been playing with that tenacity and that grit that I like to see, but the Lakers are still 2-7. I don't know what's got to go on in La La Land, but something's got to be fixed. We're not good. We got to get rid of this funeral home team, but I am, you know, happy to see Russ sort of having fun playing basketball. All right, guys, and that will do it for this week's Sports Weekly Recap. I love these type of videos. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know if I missed anything. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch me in a stream if you want to debate sports. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. I will see you guys in my next video going over UFC 281 and the Deji versus Floyd fight on Saturday. Peace out, homies.